My name is Erendida Robles, and I am a student here at Pima Community College. I am a DACA recipient who moved here when I was 3 years old. For today's video, we are reading from Matthew 2, 13 and 14, and it says, "After the scholars were gone, God's angel showed up again in Joseph's dream and commanded, 'Get up, take the child and his mother and flee to Egypt. Stay until further notice. Herod is on the hunt for this child and wants to kill him.' Joseph obeyed. He got up, took the child and his mother under cover of darkness. They were out of town and well on their way by daylight." So this verse talks about how Joseph took Mary and Jesus and fled what people would call illegally to Egypt for both Mary and Jesus' safety. This relates back to a lot of our immigrant families who come here, crossing the border and going through the desert. They often do it for their children's safety, for a better life, a better chance at an education, and a better future in general for their children's and future family. What people don't realize is they say, "Why didn't you do it the right way?" or "Why didn't you go through the immigration process?" But then they don't realize that God told Joseph to do the same thing, to cross the border overnight, sneak past the guards for the safety of Jesus. To think about it, if it wasn't for them doing it illegally and crossing the border that night, Jesus would have been most likely killed because Herod was after him. He wanted to kill him. And this is what happens to a lot of our refugee families as well. They come here seeking for help because their lives are in danger. Also, what a lot of people don't realize is that people come here legally on their visas and they make a life here and they start a family and they go to school and have a job and they have nothing left wherever they're. For my instance, Mexico. We had nothing left in Mexico for us. All of our family was here, so why would we go back? So something else to think about is that most of the time people don't have time. Joseph and Mary didn't have time to do anything except sneak past those guards at night and cross over to Egypt illegally. And that it happens a lot of the time with our families. We don't have time to go through that process or the money. So then the question is, what is the right way? Just because it would be considered legal, it does not mean that it is the right way. In the Arizona desert, we find hundreds of deaths of people's bodies, these being fathers, grandparents, parents, in general, children. These bodies are found, sometimes not even recognized, and they're unknown, of people who die in the desert. There's organizations who go out and put water jugs for those people who are crossing because dehydration. It's hot in Arizona. And then there's those others who go out to the desert and stash the bottles of water, so then when migrants do get to those jugs, they're out of water. And often they say they do it in Jesus' name because they're not doing it the right way. But Jesus did it himself. His family did it. So this Christmas, I challenge you to think about what's right in God's eyes, and not the government's eyes or human eyes in general. God says he doesn't look at the outward appearance, but he looks what's inside. And that's what I challenge you to do this Christmas.